up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Picks Porch. As always, it's me, XFL Jim, joined by my sweet meat St. Clair. It is Chase Lupine Fiasco Sessions, aka the Wolf of Oakland. What's up, buddy?
Man, my kid is home for like summer break and everything, and daily we've been playing a game of like horse in the garage with like a Fisher Price like goal on its tallest setting. Never lost. No breaks. I just drill wet jumpers from the drying rack.
Do you flash the chain interface?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of just dame time in. Put them in the holsters.
As you should. I've been enjoying my new Suck Squad jersey.
That's so hot, dude.
It feels it's so comfy.
Big shout out to just the Nephew Nation for making dreams come true.
Shout out Jedi Grinds, the guys. MO.
Yeah, that's right. Jedi Grimes. Jedi was part of the Nephew
Grind.
Jedi grind.
Because he grinds away. Dude's a legend. But this is the Picks Porch, the show that is just blasting you in the face with pick after pick after pick. I'm firing from the hip today. That doesn't happen super often. Chase actually has a little bit planned out, but is firing from the hip. So what we're going to do is we're going to blast you with some picks for a little bit. And then we're obviously going to be picking USFL and CFL. I don't know what you guys know who we're about.
Right.
So I'll start us off, Chase. I think we're both getting a little inside the UEFA championship game. I'm going to bet that both teams score minus 108. I'm just going to start off, dip my toe in, little dip of the toe, dip of the toe. Both teams to score minus 108.
I just want to point out to everyone out there that while we don't watch a lot of soccer, we are bona fide soccer sharps. Like, we've made great money betting weird things to happen.
Yes,
not weird, but predictable things to happen.
Especially international soccer, like not just Premier League, but if you bet like the inter-country matchups.
Yeah. Anytime you cross borders to play soccer and there's a trophy on the line, that game is going to be a draw and it's going to go to penalties. So my first bet is going to be in the three-way betting. Give me the draw, Manchester City versus Inter Milan, plus 350 at full time.
Already starting with the plus money, Chase. That's why I fucking love you. So my next play.
That's the only way to bet soccer is plus money. If you're taking less than plus money on soccer, you're a dummy.
I did just take less than plus money.
Well, I wasn't paying attention when you did it, so it doesn't count.
It's cool. Next, I'm going to have Man City winning this in shootouts, 14-1. They're both 14-1 to win in shootouts, so I think Man City wins, but I hope it's in shootouts.
So I found a special on the online book here in Arkansas that I'm going to dip my toe in because I love this value. It's a first half to end 0-0 and match to be decided in penalties, just to go to penalties, and it's 16-1, and I want everything about it within my life.
Whew. I like that. I like the sound of that. So I'm going to hit you next with the American special. I'm going to do a little MLB Moneyline Parlay. So I'm going to take the Arizona Diamondbacks over the Detroit Tigers. I'm going to take the San Diego Padres over the Colorado Rockies. I'm going to take the Mets over the Pirates, and I'm going to take the Brewers over the Athletics. 4-teamer, nice little parlay, plus 698.
Thank you, character from an Adam Sandler album.
Yeah, I was feeling it.
You sounded like the GOAT.
I'm wearing the hockey getup right now. I feel very.
It works. You're very happy. You do have a very Happy Gilmore look. Like, you look like a mix between his old boss that he shoots a nail into his head, and then Happy himself.
Yes.
Not because you have any sort of physical defect, but because you have a mustache. I just want to clarify because I find your self-esteem is important. All right, going to the diamond as well. Professional ranks first. I'm going to take, and this game starts at 9:15. It starts in about 40 minutes. Get on the Chicago Cubs plus 100. They are on a 4 or 5 game losing streak. They catch a San Francisco Giants team that's on a 3-game losing streak. That is high time for both those streaks to be broken. This is a pound spot for me with my system.
I could back this for sure because also it fits into my wheelhouse of wanting to fade the San Francisco Giants. I'm not the biggest baseball guy, as everyone knows, but I stay fuck the Giants. I hate the San Francisco Giants with every fiber. There are few sports franchises I hate more than the San Francisco fucking Giants.
They as a Cardinals fan, they put a couple like in the Barry Bonds era, and after that, even with like the Hunter Pence and shit, like they put some L's on us that I still feel raw about.
No, it's personal with me.
And also orange.
It's personal. It's fucking personal.
Name one team who has orange as like one of their 2 major colors that you love. You can't. Oklahoma State. Never mind.
Yeah,
the only cool orange team.
Yeah, probably. The Suns look cool. Maybe.
Okay.
No, that's about it.
But the Suns colors now are like purple and pink and orange.
It's true.
And
it's true.
The color of the sunset. If you could paint a sunset, that's what the jerseys look like.
I'm heading over to Korea for my next one. I'm taking the Kia Tigers straight up over the Doosan Bears. Give it to me. I know it's minus 130, but give it to me.
That pick had some Kia Soul, is what it had. I'm going to do a little fuck around. I think Super Regionals college baseball pick parlay. Let's go. We got Duke versus Virginia. Let's go Duke on the money line plus 145. And you know I love West Coast college baseball powerhouses. So if it's a decision between the Texas Longhorns and the Stanford Cardinal, you give me the Stanford Cardinal plus 100 altogether in a parlay plus 390.
Stanford can still be good at some sports.
Yes. Baseball's right in their wheelhouse because it's like a partial scholar. Like I'm pretty certain you don't get a full ride to play baseball. You get like a partial scholarship to play baseball. And if that's the case, it makes sense that like you can send like, smart kids who's come from good families who will pay for their training year round in California, to play baseball there.
Yes. I'm staying in Korea, and I'm going to go with the Hanwha Eagles plus 135 versus the LG Twins. I'm taking the shot.
Whew. That's nice. That's hot right there. Let me see. Is there anything? What's going on with hockey? I haven't been paying attention. Oh, tomorrow. Yeah, we got Vegas.
It's tomorrow!
Vegas. Which game is this?
This is game 4.
Game 4. Well, game 4, you have a total of 5.5.
That's easy.
And the days of being able to do this on the Picks Porch are dwindling for their dark period, down to their dark period. So we only have potentially
2 left.
It's chalky, but it's the truth. It's the truth. What's going to happen over 5.5 minus 125?
It would have been really cool if they did a bet for the Stanley Cup, where it's just like, I bet every game to go over. Or if you could pick the exact over totals of each game.
Yeah.
I know Eric would talk about that, where they could do like a rolling parlay and just keep it going.
There is no greater rush than just loosely monitoring multiple NHL hockey games and waiting for them to go into overtime and just blind live betting one side of it, usually the underdog. It's so great. It's so
it's exhilarating.
Dude.
You got into that it's like heavy this year.
It's like putting the entire movie Magnolia into 5 minutes. It's a huge emotional burden in a very short time.
I'm sticking with baseball. I'm going to go a little further east of Korea. I'm going to go to Japan. Give me the Nippon Ham Fighters plus 105 money line. Give it to me.
I have so much respect for how you slap that ham. I'm running out of picks, so this is going to be my last one before football. Let me see. I'm randomly scrolling through soccer. Let's see. We have got Toronto and Nashville tomorrow at 6:30. It's plus 165 for Toronto. It's plus 165 for Nashville. That means it's ripe for the draw at plus 230. That's my last non-football bet.
My last non-football bet is I'm taking the Chiba Lot Marines straight up versus the Hiroshima Toyo Carp. That's a dumb bet, but I'm going to do it. Sometimes you got to sprinkle in a dumb one in there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's our motto, or my motto, because Jim Valvano said it so poignantly at the ESPYs.
Now, Chase, it is time for football. It's always time for football here in the garage, folks. I'm not going to live bet the CFL game going on right now while we're recording this. The Hamilton Tiger Cats are getting their ass whooped by the Bombers. It's not looking pretty, but we will be betting USFL and CFL. Let's start with the USFL. Game 1, Maulers are -1 now versus the Michigan Panthers, over under 41.5. My book that I'm using has actually turned off the money lines for every game.
I've seen that a couple times this year with where I'm forced to spread action. Yeah, I've got it as Michigan -120, Pittsburgh +100 here, which I'm glad to hear that I can have that option, because I'm going to take Pittsburgh with the plus money. I mean, even if it wasn't just a decision of price, I'd think that Pittsburgh's easily the better football team. They're one of the best like 2-5 football teams I've ever seen in my life.
Michigan is also in a position where they have to win this. Like they're winning, their win and Stars win, and they're in.
I think Michigan has to rely so much on the run game that they're going to run just face first into Boogie, and that's going to be it for the Michigan Panthers. So I'm on the points, and I'm also going to say for once that the Michigan point explosion isn't going to come this week, and I'm going to take the under.
Yes, I'm heavy on the under, -41.5, under 41.5, and I'm taking the Maulers -1 at the book I'm using. Next up, your New Orleans Breakers versus the Memphis Showboats, over under 42.5. I don't even remember what we saw this as during the gymnasium.
I think I said
it was 2.5. It was like 2.5, wasn't it?
Yeah, but in the Breakers' favor or the Showboats' favor? I don't remember.
It was the Showboats' favor.
It's literally a pick'em.
It's a pick'em now.
That's a lot of movement. 2.5 points.
In the USFL, that's a crazy amount of movement.
Was there an injury that we were not privy to?
No, I think people are just. I think there's a lot of sharp money coming in on the Breakers, probably.
It's really hard to. I with the Memphis Showboats,
5-game winning streak.
Seeing is not believing is the deal with them. Like, you see it happen, you see them win these games, but you also see them just play some ugly fucking football.
I believe in that defense. I do believe in that defense. That defense.
That's the thing. It's like I can't turn my nose up at the results. The Showboats are definitely a team that seems to be going up. I worry about them starting to drop down before the playoffs. The Breakers have just been on the slide. Damn,
they got back last week.
Give me the goddamn Shodies. Give me the Shodies, I guess.
I'm thinking with how much we're seeing a repeat of last year with some storylines, we're going to start seeing it now. We saw this exact same matchup with the Tampa Bay Bandits and the New Orleans Breakers last year, where the Breakers started to slide. The Bandits looked a little bit better, and then the Breakers just laid the wood on them. Give me the Breakers straight up.
I'll put the money through the window for the Showboats, and then I'll just go,
I will also preface this. The USFL this year has been way harder to bet.
Dude, I have gotten spanked, tarred, feathered, pegged, cornholed.
I had a really good week last week. I had a really good. I think I only lost one out of all my spreads and totals.
Probably like 2 weeks in a row. I don't think that I want to say I'm maybe like 2-6 with spreads over that 2 week span. Like it's been slim pickings for Chaboy with these games as of late.
Bet me them Breakers. Next up, we have the Stallions versus the Gambies. Stallions right now -3.5, over under 45.5. This one really hasn't changed at all this week. I like the over. Taking the over in the Stallions games.
You give me the goddamn Gambies on the money line, dude. I like this team. I like this team a lot.
The Stallions do get Scooby right back this week, I believe.
Doesn't matter. Gamby power.
I'm taking the Stallions -3.5. I see the way you view the Showboats is the way I view the Gamblers.
I don't know. Like I think the Gamblers are more visually convincing looking team. I feel like with Cole Kelly, you get a lot of just like, what the fuck were you thinking?
I don't know.
But you also get some really good plays.
It's last week, maybe, but Kenji Bahar didn't look that great to me last week. And as much as I hate to admit it, and I know as much as you hate to hear it, I think Alex Magoo is actually playing pretty good right now.
He's going to wash out and end up in gay porn.
I hope so. I would watch it.
I mean, I'm curious at least. I'm curious to see it.
I'm curious to see it. Last game, Stars Generals. Stars minus 2.5, over under 43. I think when I was this is flip, flop, flip, floopity flopped. 2.5 seems short. The Generals don't have DeAndre Johnson now. Don't know who they're going to trot there at quarterback. Darius Victor is a shell of his former self from last year. They don't really have a receiver. Like, this just seems like a trap. But I'm going to take the Stars.
You know what angle I'm going to use? This is deep in the angle tool shed here that I'm pulling out. Injured starting quarterback being replaced by the more mobile replacement, Porky Cop. That kid got wheels.
So you think they're going to put Prukop in instead of
Laletta? Yeah, Porky Cop. Yeah, I think so.
They played them both. I think they're probably going to go with Porky Cop.
If they put in Porky Cop, I'll tell you what. You can put me in. You know, I think it's going to be like a underdog heavy week. So I see it. Let's feed them. New Jersey on the money line.
I want every underdog to win, except because I don't care who wins the Breakers showboats. That way we get full on no one locked into the playoffs till week 10.
That'd be awesome. That makes week 10 so good.
Because right now the Stars are winning, they're in, and the Panthers are win and the Stars win and they're in.
I mean, Philadelphia's
Stallions are winning, they're in.
Philadelphia's definitely got something back. I get it. I just don't know how sustainable it is because they've been able to distract from some really glaring weaknesses, and the fact that they don't have an offensive line that can protect Case Cookus for more than like a 5 to 10 yard out route.
Also, like, how USFL would it be when right now the New Jersey Generals look like they're the worst team in the league at the moment, and they just come around and beat the best team in the North?
Yeah.
It's very USFL.
Yeah, dude, totally. It's been Banana Land, Coconut Dreamsville, fucking crazy.
It's been crazy
this season. Yeah.
But Chase, there's another football league going on right now. We have the CFL starting. This is week 1. We have 2 games heading up this weekend. We have the Ottawa Red Blacks taking on the Montreal Alouettes. Alouettes sitting at minus 2.5, over under 44. I took the Red Blacks straight up. I know Uncle Rico took the Red Blacks straight up. I think the Red Blacks start hot. I think with Jeremiah Masoli back at the starting quarterback position, I think this team is poised to have like a strong start to the season. So I like Montreal too, but give me Ottawa out the gate. Straight up, plus 125.
I'm going to tail you on that. For a second, I thought you said because I don't have the lines, so I'm going off of what you said.
Argonauts. For a sec. So this is very stupid. So the Argonauts, winner of the Grey Cup last year, don't play week 1.
It's because that's how you build the anticipation. That's how Canada likes to edge.
Don't play week 1. Your previous champion does not get to play week 1.
Crazy,
stupid.
I'm going to tail you on the Red Blacks. By the way, I somehow keep thinking that the fires in Canada are actually like America's fault somehow. And I think it's because I don't know how to live in a world where we're not the inconsiderate dicks on the continent of North America.
I mean, it probably is somehow.
Yeah, we did it.
Eric shouting out Mahler's Nation. We rep Mahler's Nation here. Last football game of the weekend that we're betting. The Saskatchewan Roughriders facing off against the Edmonton Elks in Edmonton. Elks are minus 2.5, over under 45, plus 150 on the money line for the Roughriders. This is just a system play.
Yeah, we stop, we draw, we shut it down, we open up shop.
So I'm going to preface this by saying I do think the Roughriders will probably be the worst team in the league this year. They're going to be bad. This is the Elks at home. Fade them.
I
looked it up, dude. Here. I looked it up. I know you're all about your fading your streaks and everything. I think it's 17 games in a row that the Elks have lost at home.
No, this is a different angle. This has nothing to do with streaks. This is a much deeper handicap, which is if you have a team with a name that is associated with the crew of people who ride motorcycles and ATVs with the now departed DMX, I'm going to put my money on them. Rough Riders, son.
We're both on the Rough Riders here. Give it to me. Give it to Chase. Thank you all. That is the Picks Porch. Chase, what do you got going on in life?
The Belmont Stakes is tomorrow. Here, bonus pick. Archangelo, number 3 in the Belmont Stakes.
Nice.
So check out I got a pod I'm about to be pushing out in the next hour or so with picks for all of the graded stakes and on Belmont Stakes Day. It's the Notorious OTB, brought to you by the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. You can get it anywhere you find your podcasts. And, I'm always around with this big loot right here.
Damn right. You guys know where to find me. XFL Gym, anywhere, everywhere, all the time. Thank you all for tuning in. This has been the Picks Porch. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next week.